Hey, Dustin here with Town & Country Plumbing. We're talking about how to clean faucets today given the dirty water that many people have had coming out of their taps with the emergency shutdown in the town of Crossfield today. We had suggested that if you're going to run water out of your tap, you do it out of a bathtub or a frost-free hose bib outside because you don't want to foul the aerators in your faucets. And there was a number of questions, what's an aerator and how do I clean it if it is dirty? So I thought I'd take a quick second and show everybody. So on a modern faucet, they have hidden the aerator inside the faucet and you need a tool to fix it. The tool looks like this, and hopefully it's under your sink somewhere in your bathroom cabinet. You haven't thrown out wondering what it is or what to do with it. And what it is it's got a series of notches in it, and those notches line up to a series of notches in the spout of the faucet. You simply take the aerator, wiggle it into place till you find the right spot, and it can be tough when there's calcium in the way blocking the slot, so sometimes you got to kind of grind it back and forth. So as you can see, there's calcium all over the aerator of the faucet, and that can make it difficult to use the tool to remove. But what you do is you just take the tool and you put it on there and you wiggle it until you seat it, and then you carefully turn and you slowly turn it out. Remember, everything here is likely made of plastic for you, so you don't want to reef too hard or you'll break something. If you do find it really tight, what you can do is wash it with some vinegar, try to clean it up a little bit, and then take it apart. You might find it a lot easier. But what we'll do is we'll take this out, and it's loose enough now. I can spin it by hand. You just gotta wiggle it out. Once you've got the aerator out, you need a jug of pure white vinegar, a little Tupperware, and your faucet aerator. And all you're going to do is take your vinegar, open it up, put a little bit in the Tupperware, and just take and drop your aerator in. Let it sit there for 10 or 15 minutes before you start cleaning it up. All right, so we've had the aerator sitting in the vinegar for about 10 minutes now, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the aerator out and we're going to take our stiff bristle brush and just give it a quick scrub on both sides to clean it up. Now, as you can see, this is a fairly new aerator, so the screen is fairly clean. But a lot of times what you'll see on the inlet screen is a bunch of grit and things stuck in there. So you gotta sometimes take that apart. Different ones come apart different ways. Sometimes you push the section out. On this particular one, you have to take a knife or some sort of sharp object and pry it apart. So once you've got that apart, you can see in under here, we have a whole bunch of really tiny holes, and you won't be able to see it on the camera, but there is a layer of calcium all over those holes. So we want to put that back in the vinegar, grab our brush, and just clean any surface we can get to. Make sure all the holes are clear. Use the bristles to poke them through if you have to. If it's really bad, you can take it right apart and remove the actual screen piece itself. You got to be really careful here though, because the last thing you want to do is break it completely and then not have an aerator. So as you can see, we got this screen apart. We've got this into two separate pieces. All you do is you take and you wash the calcium out of there, give it a good scrub till it looks like new. And reassemble. So we're going to take and we're going to put our screen back in and give it a click. It goes back together. Then we'll give that a click and it's all back together. And now we just have to reinstall it. All right, so reinstalling it is just the reverse of taking it out. You just take it and you put it back in. Just line the threads up nice and smooth. Remember, everything is plastic. Grab your tool, give it a spin, good to go. You don't have to get too tight on it. All you have to do is keep the water from coming out around it. So give it a quick test. As long as the water comes out the holes and doesn't leak around it, it'll make it easier to take out next time. All right, if you're lucky enough to have an older style faucet with a conventional aerator, it is much easier to change the aerator than using the little tool. All you have to do is grab the aerator and turn. If it's really old, you might have to grab a pair of channel lock pliers or some sort of plier and grab it. What you want to watch for when you grab it with the pliers is you don't scar up the chrome on the outside. And when you take it off, you can see it's full of all sorts of fun stuff. This one looks like it's got a bug, some wood shavings, and some calcium. So all you do for these ones is you take and you give them a little push like this. The whole section comes out, and you're just going to put that in the vinegar, let it sit, and follow the same instructions. Again, this is a two-piece one. It comes apart by separating the white from the gray, and you'll also need a knife to do that. Just take and pry it ever so carefully apart. You can see it's starting to separate there, and there it goes. Once that's done, now you can see all the calcium inside, and you're just going to give it a quick little scrub. We have a calcium buildup inside the aerator itself, so we're going to set that in for 10 minutes, let it sit, and then scrub the calcium off of that. Once you've got it all cleaned up, pop it back together, drop it in, and spin it back together. As you can see, we're good to go. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a shout. Have a great night.